Okay, this tutorial is going to look at printing of forms. It's quite a quick tutorial because it's quite easy to print forms using Formidable. What I have on my laptop here, on my computer, is a product called PrintProcessor, which is included when you buy Formidable, and you can put this on as many desktop or laptop PCs as you wish. And PrintProcessor sits locally and communicates with your Formidable server over the network, whether that be fixed or wireless or dongle or whatever. So I've just loaded PrintProcessor up, and as you can see, it shows me which forms I can print. Now, the forms I can print are the forms in the Formidable administration interface that have pattern next to them. So as you can see, the better way is this one. Service note, searching here for it. There it is, service note. So that has a pattern of shelf next to it as well. So as you can see, that has a shelf of pattern associated to it as well. So let's flick back to PrintProcessor, and I'm going to show you how to print firstly, and then we'll move some pattern and show you how that updates. So if I wanted to print some of these forms, I would basically click on that, click print, and here I'm left with a couple of choices. I can select a printer in our office, PostScript colour laser printers, or I can select the number of copies. If the printer that I'm using had a duplex unit, so we wanted to print on both sides, by ticking that, PrintProcessor can handle that. And this allows me to print the pattern ID onto the paper. This occurs on the bottom left hand corner of the page, vertically up the left hand side. I can print that very small, medium or large. The pattern ID is great for support and for following patterns, following pieces of paper through the system and tracking them and tracing them. So I would suggest at least medium or large for most users, because small is pretty hard to see. And literally I would just click OK and they would come off our printer, no problem. The other thing that PrintProcessor does is enables you to produce print files to send down to a printers or to give to us to organise your printing. So by clicking print to file, obviously the option of selecting a laser printer disappears. But let's assume I now wanted 2,000 copies with a medium thing on, and I can select the file format either being one big PDF or a PostScript file ready for laser. It's really that straightforward. If this was a copied pattern application, the offset printing option will be available there, and I'll probably use crop marks as well. So most printers can accommodate PostScript files or PDF files, particularly in these very large digital presses now. So that would just produce the file, and I would FTP that down to them or email it down to them and let them do their thing. The way that PrintProcessor talks to the server is just literally with my credentials and my default printer I set up here as well. As you can see, I'm working from home today. And my username and credentials, and quite straightforward, just save those, and it goes away and talks and shows me what we can do. Now what I'm going to do is just minimize that for a second, and I'm going to move this shelf pattern, this green thing here, to another application. Okay, let's just move it to that one. A&E Experience Survey. Click Move. Now you will notice that it's gone from this form. So you will notice it's moved, and PrintProcessor will know about that just literally by me going back to Forms and doing an update. And what it will do is now go away and talk back to the Formidable server and show me any new ones. And any changes, whether the forms have been upgraded to a new version, or indeed have had pattern applied to them, or pattern moved from one form to a new one, all those changes, all those conditions, if you like, will make the entry in PrintProcessor bold and italic. And there you go, that's where we moved the pattern to. So that's the end of this tutorial. Please check back for more. Thank you.